Welcome to Biology My Passion. I am Soumya Harikrishna. Today we will discuss a few important questions from the lesson Matter in Our Surroundings. This chapter has been uploaded in the channel. You can go to the playlist and view all the videos, and second chapter have been uploaded, and all biology chapters are also available in my channel. Convert the following temperatures in Celsius scale. So you know that 273 Kelvin is 0 degree Celsius. So 300 Kelvin means what? 300 minus 273, that is 27 degree Celsius. The same way 573 Kelvin means 573 minus 273, that is 300 degree Celsius. So if you want to convert from Kelvin to Celsius, subtract by 273. If you want to convert from Celsius to Kelvin, add 273. Now we have to convert the Celsius into Kelvin scale. You have to add 273. First one is 25 degrees Celsius. So we will get 298 Kelvin. 373 Celsius will be 646 Kelvin. If 10 gram of salt is added to 100 ml of water, so here we know that salt is a solute and water is a solvent, in a beaker and dissolved by stirring, what will happen to the water level? We have learned that the water level remains the same. Why? Because the solute particles will occupy the space in between the water molecules. Under which conditions a gas can be liquefied? In order to liquefy a gas, temperature should be low and pressure should be high. In summer, people use earthen pot to cool water. This process is based on evaporation. When water evaporates, it will absorb the heat for evaporation, and as a result, the water cools down. A substance has no mass. Can we consider it as a matter? A substance has no mass means it is not a matter, because matter should have mass and it should occupy space. Which among the following do not show sublimation? You know what is sublimation? Conversion of solid directly to gas without coming to liquid state is sublimation. So examples here, the given substances are camphor, potassium permanganate, copper sulfate, and naphthalene. You know, camphor and naphthalene are sublimable substances, whereas potassium permanganate and copper sulfate crystals do not show sublimation. Which property is used for filling CNG in cylinders for using as fuel in cars? Gases can be easily compressible. This property is used in making cylinders, gas cylinders. Give reasons. Wet clothes take longer time to dry in humid weather. We learned the factors affecting evaporation. When the surface area increases, then the rate of evaporation will also increase. If there is humidity in the air, rate of evaporation will decrease. So when wet clothes are taking longer time to dry in humid weather, because the air is already saturated with water vapors, so it won't be able to hold more water vapor easily. If you spread the clothes well, the clothes dry faster, because it increases the exposed surface area, due to which water gets evaporated at faster rate. What is dry ice? Dry ice is solid carbon dioxide. What happens when the pressure under which it is stored is decreased to 1 atmosphere? If pressure is decreased, it will change into vapor. Why is temperature remain constant during sublimation? It's because heat of vaporization and fusion means what? Melting, overcome the force of attraction between particles. When ice melts into liquid, the temperature remains constant. So where does the heat energy go? What is the name given to this heat? We learned that if you keep a thermometer and measure, once the ice starts melting, till completely it melts, there is no change in the temperature. That is the heat energy used to overcome intermolecular force of attraction, and this is called the latent heat of fusion. Gases exert pressure on the walls of the container. Why? Molecules of gases collide among themselves as well as with the walls of the container, that is, they exert pressure. Evaporation causes cooling. Why? Evaporation needs heat energy, which it takes from the surroundings and leads to decrease in temperature. That's why cooling takes place. Temperature remains constant at melting point. Give reason. Latent heat of fusion overcomes the interparticle force of attraction. Evaporation is a surface phenomenon. Justify. The kinetic energy of surface molecules increases and the surface molecules get evaporated first. Therefore, it is called a surface phenomenon, whereas boiling is a bulk phenomenon. Water kept in an earthen pot becomes cool in summer. Why? Water comes out through the pores which gets evaporated and causes cooling. Define diffusion. Intermixing of particles of two or more substances is called diffusion. It usually happens from higher concentration to lower concentration. Give the differences between evaporation and boiling. Evaporation is a surface phenomenon as we just discussed, whereas boiling is a bulk phenomenon. Happens at any temperature because for evaporation there need not be a boiling temperature or any particular temperature, whereas boiling happens only at boiling point. Evaporation can cause cooling, whereas boiling does not cause any cooling. A cyclic figure to show interconversion of states. Define melting point and a boiling point. Here you can see the diagram of interconversion of different states of matter. Liquid on vaporization becomes gas. Gas on sublimation becomes solid. Solid on fusion becomes liquid. At the same way, liquid on solidification becomes solid. Solid on sublimation becomes gas. Gas on condensation becomes liquid back. And we can define melting point like this: the temperature at which a solid state changes into a liquid state at atmospheric pressure is called the melting point. The same way, point can be defined as: boiling point for any liquid is the temperature point at which the liquid is converted into gaseous phase. For more lesson videos and questions, please subscribe to my channel Biology My Passion. Thank you for watching.